to Kicking It with KeKe. Kicking It with KeKe. Kicking It with KeKe. Full of personalities. Switching up the storyline on God, we making history. Writing books, changing lives. One day at a time. Put your problems to the side. Enjoy yourself. Free your mind. Kicking It with KeKe.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Kicking It with KeKe, life, love, and all that other shit. I am your host, author KeKe Chanel. I write books that empower and entertain. When I'm not writing books, I am a certified life coach. And now I just started my podcast this year in January of 2022. And so this is why I'm here. I am joined today with my guest, Gina Carter. I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself as she comes in. Gina, how you doing?
I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for coming to kick it with me today.
No problem.
So I like to give my guests the opportunity to tell everybody who they are and what they do. That way you can tell as much or as little as you like. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. Just tell the people who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, my name is Gina Carter. I'm a widow, author, and business owner of a cosmetic line called Lip Line Cosmetics. I'm born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana.
I hear that accent.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty down to earth. Love to laugh, love family, friends, and functions. That's my little slogan.
Mm-hmm.
Open, transparent.
Cool. I love all of that. I love all that. And I'm glad that you say you love to laugh because we do a lot of laughing over here on Kicking It with KeKe.
Okay.
I'm a very goofy person. I'm very down to earth. I want my guests to feel comfortable, but I want listeners to take the message that we give them to help improve them, personally, mentally, emotionally, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because the overall theme for the podcast is positive personal development. We want to make sure that we're operating as our best self by doing the things that we are put here to do. We all have purpose. A lot of people don't realize what their purpose is. So my hope is that my platform helps someone gain perspective on what their purpose is by changing their mindset just to do better and be better. So that's the overall theme of Kicking It with KeKe. And today we are talking about live, love, laugh. And I know you say you love to laugh. So, hey, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. So I know that you say that you are a widow. How has dealing with that type of situation helped you overcome grief to live a little bit better? Because I know I had someone very close to me pass in 2020. And I know I know for me, I tried to guard my pain because I didn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable, not realizing that I was doing more harm to myself by keeping it in and trying to be the strong one. So how has enduring that type of grief helped you live a little bit better?
I think it has awakened my true self. I pretty much knew who I was when I was still married and stuff like that. But when you deal with a tragedy as hard as that, because I have lost other relatives, but I believe losing your spouse is on a whole different level. We're talking about your life partner. And so, I mean, it's not a competition or anything, don't get me wrong, but when I compare it to others, like I lost my father, I lost grandmothers, you know what I'm saying? It's a complete difference. And so that tragedy has taught me many lessons. Some are very personal, but it really did. It taught me a lot of lessons. It's helping me to rediscover myself. I'm a part of a support group, and that's one of the things that they say, you have to rediscover yourself.
Right.
Because you were so used to it being about us and we, and now it's just you now.
Right.
And so you have to rediscover yourself and see what it is you like and what you want to do. And, it's weird because you don't have that person to say, run this by.
Yeah.
Not really ask permission, but you really tell your spouse everything. And so it's kind of weird just living life without that person. So it has turned me into a different person. I appreciate life more. I'm gonna try to live my best life.
Right. I mean, and you're doing that because you're here, you're talking about it, and you could tell that it is a journey and it's not a sprint. Like you have to go through it one day at a time.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I've never lost a spouse, but one of my best friends, who is also my baby sister, she lost her spouse years ago, and watching her, because we were all close to him as well. So we lost him, but we didn't understand the level of grief she was enduring because it's her spouse,
Right.
So,
and she's not going to show you all of that neither.
And she told me that. She just
not.
recently told me that. She said, I didn't know how to grieve, so I didn't know what I was doing until I just broke down one day and decided to, I want to heal as best I can. And so, and she did say that it gives you a different perspective on life.
It does.
It shows you who are really, truly there for you.
Oh Lord, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we lost a daughter in 2020, and that there, it showed me, it opened my eyes to a lot, like the people that I thought were gonna be right there with. Didn't call, didn't text, and they say that they didn't know what to say, but just say, I'm praying for you. So, but I don't like, at least it's something. So, I mean, I'm not mad at them. I just take it as, it's just God's way of saying, hey, you just going to another level, and some people can't go with you, and it's fine. There's no animosity, but grief has a way of bringing out, the good and bad in folks. You heard the saying, right. And then some people just say the most outlandish stuff you ever heard in your life.
I just ended a friendship behind that. I'm so serious. I had a guy friend, and we used to debate about stuff all the time, and he just was getting on my nerves, I guess. But I should have ended a friendship a long time ago. But he just was an a-hole.
And you can say it. He was an asshole. You can say it.
Yeah, he was. And he said the most insensitive things about my marriage. And he said he felt like I wasn't grieving because I guess he see me on social media and stuff like that. But when I'm on social media, I'm not sad at that moment. When I'm sad and when I'm in my moments, I'm not on the phone. I'm not I'm not on it at all. So you're not going to see that.
Right.
And so, he felt like I wasn't grieving. I'm like, well, this was my husband. This wasn't my baby daddy, a boyfriend. He was my husband. And so to me, that is a serious commitment. Everybody don't feel that way, but for me, I did. And I am grieving. It's been 1 year and 7 months, and I'm still grieving.
And it's gonna be a long process. And so take your time. And I'm not trying to make the conversation, sad or anything like that. I'm just, for listeners, because I don't want, if someone is listening and it may be triggering for you, just, stop it.
Girl, I'm fine.
But so because we're talking about live, love, laugh. And in order to, you have to live. And I had to tell myself that my daughter would not want me to give up on my life because she was so young and vibrant, and she was 19, and she was so young and vibrant and full of life and poured into other people. I know for a fact that she would want me to be happy, because she wanted a second line band at her funeral. She had already planned everything out at 19.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and we honored that. I mean, it was right in the middle of COVID, so we were limited on numbers. Everybody couldn't come and pay their respects, and that was the saddest part. That was the hardest part, to tell these kids, young adults, that they can't come and pay their respects to their friends. So, it opened our eyes to a lot of things as far as cherishing life day by day, because 1 minute you can be here, the next minute you're gone.
It is absolutely true.
So, and I just wanted to, touch briefly on that particular part, because, when I saw that you were a widow, I was like, wow, I just want to get a little bit of your story, because, we need to have that as a reminder to not take people in our lives for granted.
Yes. Or it
Not
teaches
take
you that
life.
too.
Yeah. Not take life for granted, because it's not promised. It's a gift. And
Right.
so that I try to live my life like that on a daily.
Yes.
I may fall short some days because I'm just not happy go lucky every day. Some days are
Right.
harder than the others, but I still in the back of my mind saying, okay, well, she wouldn't want me to just be down and out today. So let me go ahead and get out of
Yes.
bed today. So yeah.
Right.
Right. So I know that you said that you're an author. So tell us about what do you write? Is it what's going on? Is it multiple books? Is it one book? How is it?
Well, I had started going to therapy after my late husband passed, and the therapist, she recommended journaling.
Yes.
And so in that process, I saw that I had like leftover baggage from my late father as well. And so the book is about and dedicated to my late father and my late husband. They both died the same way from heart attacks at a young age. And like my late husband, he was 45. My late father, he was 55.
Wow.
And so, yeah, they had a lot of similarities, put it like that. Both of them birthday in May. Both of them the life of the party. They both died from heart attacks, like I said. And they have the same thing on their death certificate. And so I just wanted to tell my story, basically. It's a short story, but it's a powerful message. It has helped a lot of grieving widows and also fatherless daughters, because me and my father, we had a challenged relationship growing up. And so I wrote the book about them. And I do have a second project on the way. It's mostly like a journal / planner, since that's where the book came from, me journaling.
Okay. What's the name of the book?
The book is called Robbed by Debt Twice.
Oh, wow. Hold up.
Yes.
Wow. Robbed by Debt Twice. That's my next thing. Where can we purchase this book?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
We just type in your name and it should come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the title, either way. But yeah,
that title alone just gave me like a chill. Like, wait a minute, you see that? Oh my God.
Yeah, wow. That's how I felt. That's when I was journaling, it just came to me because like me and my father, like I said, we had a challenging relationship growing up, and then we made up like the year before he died. And I felt robbed by that, because I'm like, we already didn't have a relationship, and now he died when we make up. And so I felt robbed. And then me and my late husband, we was together for 10 years, but we was only married for 3. And so I felt robbed of that as well. So that's where the title comes from.
I love the name. It's a profound message to it. Just hearing your story, it makes so much sense. I'm like, wow. I would definitely be going. Look, if anybody is listening, go on over to Amazon, type in Gina Carter or type in Robbed by Death Twice and get the book. Support her. I know that she would love to have y'all review it, because as a fellow author, it's like pulling teeth to get people to review the book.
Oh my God. And then that was my first time ever writing a book. So I went with this, I'm not even gonna say a name. Do not hold that against me, the editing.
As a fellow author, I know, because I went through a third party company doing my very first book. And it's almost like they uploaded the edited part that they were working on. It's like they uploaded that part. So listen, don't worry about all that. Read the book and get the message. No, I'm talking about the listeners. If you're listening, don't worry about all that. Just get the book, support her, take the message that she is given in the book, and you know it's gonna be all right. She gonna get all that fixed. We gonna help her.
It's,
we gonna help her. We gonna
minor,
get it. Yes.
Right. It's a minor errors. It's not major, but you know, you can pretty much understand,
right,
you know, what's going on.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you say that, because it happens so many. It happens so much, and it's like, dang, that prompted me to do self-publishing, and I'm a writing coach, so I help other authors not deal with what I went through by hiring somebody, spending all this money, and then you don't get the job that you pay for. So yeah, I take pride in helping the people that I help. And I always say, God, send the people that I need to help. Let them come from you.
I'm telling you.
Yes, because not everybody is supposed to be in your circle. I really believe that.
Yes, I agree. But I could have edited myself if that was the case. I'm like, did you read it? I mean,
right.
Like, okay.
And then you probably like me, if my name is on it, I'm like, oh, I don't even much want to tell nobody about it.
I in the beginning, I was like, okay, oh my God, I was devastated. And then I told the other authors, and it was like, girl, this happens. Don't even worry about it.
It happens.
You know, and so I'm okay now with it, because I still feel accomplished and, you know, happy about the
that
project.
Is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations. Right. Like, you put yourself out there, like writing a book. Everybody think that they can write a book until it's time to do it.
Exactly.
And you're being vulnerable. You're putting your words out there for people, because you already know people crazy, and they not everybody. I'm just saying, some people just like to pick apart folks for no reason at all. Oh my
God, girl, you is hitting all the.
So yes, we know. But yeah, and then some people, just because you did it and they didn't, that gives them ammunition to say, hey, I'm gonna just go and rate it a 1, even though I didn't read it or whatever. Yeah, I've been there, done that. You know, just let that roll off your back and say, hey, I'm gonna do this second project, and then it's gonna turn into a third, and so forth. So how did that motivate you though? Like, having your book, paying a service, and it was flawed. How did that motivate you to even push harder for you know, making sure that your book is out there, telling people your story and stuff like that? How did that motivate you though?
It motivated me because I saw other widows in their journey. Like, it's not a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not something you're proud to say. Like, I'm not proud to say I'm a widow.
Right.
But unfortunately, that is my title. And so I look at other widows and they inspire me. So I wanted to be that of others. And I've gotten a lot of great feedback from it, even people that's not widows, because it can help anybody that's grieving. Just me being transparent, a lot of people don't understand me. You know, I'm personal with some things, but for the most part, I'm an open person. You know, I don't mind helping others if I can. So writing a book helped me do that.
And I'm glad that you were obedient, because some people gotta say, hey, you need to share your story, and then you sit on it when it can help help you heal as well as other people. And the fact that you're talking about, you know, your dad and y'all's estranged relationship, and then y'all found y'all way back to each other, and then he's gone. That happens so much.
Yes, to so many young ladies. Yes. And I gotten a lot of feedback about that as well. And I thought I was going to have some issues, like with my family, like his side of the family. I didn't want to seem like I was bashing him or anything. I just wanted to tell my story, you know, about my relationship with him. You know, but I was okay. Nobody said nothing. At least they didn't tell it to me.
Exactly.
I was talking behind my back.
But it's published now, so get over it.
Okay. What y'all gonna do?
Nothing. What y'all gonna do? Nothing. Read the book. That's what you do. Buy it and read it. Don't share it. Buy it and read it.
To buy it.
I know. Them the first ones in line, because they think that their name's gonna be in it.
Girl, it ain't about you. Why you think your name?
And that's the thing about memoir, you know, like biographies and you know, true stories and stuff like that. Everybody say, put me in the book. Am I in your book? Am I in the book? Make a place for me. Do you really want me to put you in my book?
Do you?
Really?
You might not.
I like what I have to say. player, you might not make it. Because with a KeKe Chanel book, don't too many people make it out alive. Just put it like that. Because I write suspense fiction and psychological thrillers.
Okay.
So, I don't have a lot of survivors in my book. And I ain't crazy, y'all. I'm just saying. It's just how it goes.
Imagination. So that's the
I don't write happy endings. So if you looking for a happy ending, you don't need to read my work. Y'all need to read it though. Y'all just read once. It's just to see. Go ahead over to Amazon and type in KeKe Chanel and all my books will come up as well. But so how has putting the book out and sharing your story with I heard that you said that you were part of a support group. How has that taught you a little bit more about love?
It helps me. I always say, okay, if I get in another relationship, because I do think I'm ready for love again. Because I think I'll forever grieve him. So that's not going anywhere.
Right.
But I do want another relationship. We did talk about stuff like that. Like, you have permission to move forward. And like, we did talk about that, especially when the pandemic first started. I went to writing my will and stuff like that. And he was like, girl, what is you doing? But I just felt like people were dying. And so I wanted to have that, not knowing he was going to die, know. But, girl, what am I trying to say?
We were talking about love.
I'm trying to choose my words. But, it teaches you to appreciate love. And I look at the relationship that I had, right? And you really beat yourself up. I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have did this, or I should have did this more, and so I'm like, I'm going to be this perfect person in my next relationship, knowing that's probably not going to happen.
It's not realistic.
Right. I'm going to do this more, but that person is different from your spouse. So how can I be like, I'm going to be a perfect person? I don't even know what they want yet.
Right.
And so, I guess we're going to see.
Hey, take it one day at a time, one relationship at a time. You don't have to, rush. And whoever you decide to let into your space, make sure that they know this is what I'm dealing with. And this is what I'm dealing with. Because,
I did start seeing somebody and he knows.
That's good. That's good.
So
like that communication got to be on top. Like that communication got to be on top. So what do you do every day that keeps you pushing on? Like what inspires you and motivates you on a daily to just press on to be the best Gina that you could be?
Well, my mornings and my nights are still the roughest for me. So it takes me a minute to get up out the bed. So I really have to force myself to get up. Because I be thinking about how it used to be. And so, and it's not every morning, but most mornings it is.
Right.
So I have to force myself to get up. And I have so many goals that I'm trying to accomplish. I guess that's my motivation. I really want to complete these things to make myself proud. And I guess, it was a project me and him was working on to make him proud too. And so I do think I honored him enough. But I do, by writing a book. What else did I do? I had started a hat line, but I dissolved the business because it was too much on my plate at that time.
Okay.
Because he was a hat person, him and my daddy.
Oh, wow. They had a lot in common.
They did. That's why I was like, oh my God.
And you said they were both born in May, but are they the same sign? Zodiac sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Because some parts of May is one sign and then the other part. Yeah, okay. Gemini.
They were both Taurus. No,
Taurus. Okay.
Yeah, both of them. Middle name was Michael.
Wow.
Yes. Both of them had an extracurricular activity. You know what I'm talking about? With the herbal stuff.
Knew that before you even said so.
Right. Like, now they wasn't close. Like my husband was close with my stepdaddy, but not with my biological daddy. But they had so much in common. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, I started a headline, but I didn't keep it because it was a lot on my plate. And I was trying to write the book at the same time. I'm like, girl, you're going to be in a hospital.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I had to dissolve it, unfortunately. And I think there was just too much money for me, because your finances change after your spouse passes. Yeah. So it's just my income now. Right. But yeah, I really believe what motivates me is I'm choosing to live, because I really thought I was next. Wow. I really did. Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, my husband, he wasn't sickly or anything. I just came home and found him. Oh, and you found him. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I've been diagnosed with PTSD behind it, anxiety. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I just kept going to the hospital for chest pains. I really thought I was next. Mm-hmm. And so I had to really make a choice to live. And that's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I don't want to die from old age. I know I don't have the final say for that, but right. I'll be praying, Lord, please. Lord, if you I know you're listening. Please. Me too. Let us have some more time. Like more than enough. Like for real. We asking for favor over here. Yes. Can I get to the old age? Can I do that? Yes. That's my motivation. I want to live. That's good. And see, that is so good. And I'm glad that you say that, because so many people give up when they lose someone that close to them. Right. And I was having a conversation with, she's my sister now, the other day, and she was feeling like, I'm defeated. She said, I feel defeated. I don't know if I can keep doing this, because the daughter that I lost is my bonus daughter. I didn't give birth to her, but she was my baby. Yeah, so she, her mom and I have gotten really, really close. And like I said, she's my family now. She's a sister. And sometimes I don't know what to say. So right. I try to make a joke to make her laugh, because we both Capricorns, we both goofy, we have a temper if it happens. So I just try to do I do stuff that I would want people to do for me. Right. And I know that it's not enough. I tell her that all the time. I'm like, if I'm feeling like this, I can just imagine how you must feel. Mm-hmm. But, I couldn't imagine that neither, though. I couldn't imagine like losing a child. So, grief is grief. Right. We all affected by it differently. So. And then she would have had a milestone birthday this year. She would have been turning 21 this year. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So yeah, it's a little rough, but you got to keep pushing. And I see stuff that reminds me that she's like, I guess it's God's way, or she's speaking through stuff. Right, I don't know, because I do believe that happened. Right. I say, hey, I'm okay, because I would run into somebody that has her name, or I would see her name all over the place, or we call her little ladybug, so we see ladybugs and stuff like that. So it's just, I had to open my mind up after that happened to be more intentional and mindful of the things that are around me. Because I would miss those little moments. I probably done missed those moments by losing my grandmothers and stuff like that along the way. Right. So I look for those moments, and I ask God to guide me, to let me know that that she's good. And I feel better knowing that she's in a better place. And I know she won't come back if she had a chance to. I know that. I know that. I see that too. Right. I said too. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. Those little things like that, I say the same thing. I think they're letting you know that they're okay. Because I see all kind of butterflies and bird feathers, and I'm like, and then my late husband's name was Brandon, so I'm always saying somebody named Brandon. Oh yes, absolutely. So that's a common name. Yes, so yeah, I do believe in that too. Yes. So what does love mean to you at this very moment in your life? I still believe that is beautiful. I think it's precious, and like you say, you shouldn't take it for granted. Right. And I really crave it again. I love being in love. Shall I say? I just think it's beautiful. I think it's work, because you have to make that decision to love. Right. People just say it's a feeling, and yeah, I think it's a feeling, but I still believe it's a choice also to love a person.
Right. And then you
so,
gotta first love yourself too, because we all about this self-love movement right now. So I've never heard about self-love so much than over the past couple of years. And I've always been one of that after I had to go through my shift, because I didn't always love myself. When I was in my early 20s, I don't know why. It was just subconsciously telling me that I didn't love myself. So I allowed a lot of people to love on me that shouldn't have.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad that you're still open to love, and I'm glad that it will find you. It will find you, and it will be beautiful. I have no doubt in that. But go ahead. You was about to say something?
Yeah, I do. I still believe in love. And I pray all the time that I don't become like bitter and envious of. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my charger.
Oh, no problem. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing all the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I pray that I don't become, envious or bitter, like watching other couples and stuff like that, because you can get like that, because it's reminding you of what you had, and now you don't have that anymore. And when you do try to date, you compare them to your spouse so much, like, oh, he wouldn't have did this, he wouldn't have wore that,
right?
He'd have had this like this, so it is a journey.
It's a journey. It is. Listen, I know. I can feel it when you talk about it. I can feel like, oh, here we go again.
It's exhausting, because I'm 42 years old. Like, who wants to be dating again at 42?
Right.
Like, I thought I had my forever person, but I guess I was his forever person, because he pays before me.
Right.
But
right.
So, I don't know.
How would you define the word laugh in reference to your life right now? Like, how do you, when do you find time to actually laugh?
Well, social media is therapy for me also.
Okay.
A lot of people talk about it. They do have foolery and clowns and stuff like they do, but I believe you control your news feed. That's just
absolutely. I just talked about this with somebody. You control what you want to see.
Right. So you don't have to look at all that. I do like a little bit Rachel stuff and gossip and all the entertainment. I do like that. I'm not gonna lie.
What Booster say? What Booster say? We all got some ratchet.
We do.
And listen, this is a Louisiana thing. Y'all know Booster though, because I'm from the boot too, and Gina from the boot. So we all know about the little Boost.
Yes, he is Rachel, but I love it.
Yes.
But when I get tired of it, I don't have to look at it. But for me, social media has been therapy for me. It keeps me laughing, it keeps me motivated, and I try to follow a lot of funny stuff and positive stuff. I can't follow too many support groups, because I don't need to be sad all the time. Like, I don't need you to make me say it.
Right. And I have people that puts me in groups, like grieving groups and mourning groups, a lot who parents who have lost kids are just and I'm like, how did you even put me in this group? So I had to go back and change my settings to say, hey, approve if somebody, I didn't have that at first. I was like, man, I cannot be up in here crying with y'all every day. No, I'm not doing it. So I get it.
Every group is not for you. Every group is not. And I mean, I just think laughter is very important. You shouldn't be so serious and productive all the time.
Right.
I do believe laughter is good for especially especially for people who have high blood pressure and have so much going on. That could be a distraction to get you off of that dark cloud, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so it is very much important.
Right. I'm glad that you find time to laugh. I'm always trying to laugh. Sometimes I'll be much. It don't take much. That for real. So I know that you told that you were a business owner. So tell us about your business.
I have a cosmetic line. It's called Lip Lock Cosmetics. It started out as a lipstick line because even before I used to wear makeup, I just would wear lipstick.
I love lipstick.
Yeah, like I don't have to do nothing else to my face, but I will have some lipstick on. And so I started expanding more to like the eyeshadow and makeup brushes and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I've been in business, it'll be 4 years this November.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But this gonna be bittersweet because I may be dissolving that business.
You can't dissolve everything.
Well, I have something real big.
Okay.
So I want to just concentrate on that, and I want to retire from that. Okay. And so, yeah, I don't want nothing else on my plate.
Okay, look, I get it. Now you should have led with it. I have something bigger.
I have something bigger and better,
opportunities. Hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But in the meantime, where can we go and find this lipstick and stuff? Where can we find your product, your business, your products?
Okay. Well, I like IG better than Facebook.
Me too.
I do. Me too. Some people argue me down about
that's how we connected.
Oh, well, my I guess it's a personal page. Is I am_Gina Marie. You can find a book link on that, as well as my cosmetic page as well.
Okay.
But the cosmetic page is _lip-lock cosmetics _
lip what?
_lip-lock cosmetics.
Okay.
_ But if
I'm just writing all this down for so I can put it in the description box. That way people could have it. And that's on IG as well. Yeah. If they go to I am_Gina Marie, they can find everything they need. So there y'all go. Y'all heard it from her. Go on over to I am Gina Marie on Instagram and click the link in her bio so we could go ahead and support this lady before she go ahead and do other big things. And then we're gonna be like, dang, we should have got it while we could do it. She gone. Right, because once it's gone for the cosmetics. Now the book, you could continue to order that. That's not going nowhere. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So, well, I know you talked about you had some big things. I know you don't really want to talk about, but aside from that, what's next for you? Like, don't tell us about the big stuff. Just talk about, yeah. Well, it involves real estate, so I can say that. Okay. So yeah, I want to retire from that. Okay. Basically. Well, hey, I'm all about that. Hey, yes. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. I was getting a call while I'm on the phone. I'm sorry. Oh, you're good. This could be look. YouTube is gonna have a show, but for the audio part, I can edit all that out. That's fine. Okay. So I like to do this thing called On a Personal Note. What would your now self tell your younger self when it comes to live, love, and laugh? Just because they're smiling in your face don't mean they for you. Enjoy life to the fullest, which I think I did that. Like I really lived my 20s. I have no regrets. I did everything you weren't supposed to do. I think we all did that. I don't have any. I don't have no regrets. But yeah, just keep track of who's in your circle, because everybody's not for you. And I feel like I'm a great friend. I love hard. I'm very loyal, and not everybody is like that. So absolutely. I'm learning that at 42. Right. I mean, man, listen, I don't know if it would happen to you, but when I hit 40, it was like a light bulb came on. I know. Huh? Like everything intensified. Like the people in my life, like I'm looking at you sideways, like what? Yes. Why are you here? Right. Really. What are we? I mean, are we building anything? What are you pouring into me as I'm pouring into you? Like, what are you bringing to my life in a positive way? Like it was like. Yes. And already my tolerance for bullshit was like this little anyway. I don't have none right now. Like it's just I don't have none. Like for real. Yes, that's where I'm at now. None. Like go about your business. About your business. Like get from around here. Like I don't want it. Yes. Right. So yes. When it comes to live, love, and laugh, what is one takeaway message you want listeners to take with them and apply to their lives? When it comes to that topic right now?
Basically, live on your own terms. It's okay to receive opinions and advice and insight from others, but let that final decision be yours. Because I've ended 2 friendships basically, and those friendships, they wanted to boss me around and control my life, and we was at a constant debate with each other because I have a strong mind, and I'm not just gonna let you tell me anything. But yeah, live life on your terms.
Love
Everything
it.
is not meant for everybody. Just because it didn't work out for them don't mean it's not gonna work for you.
Oh, I love that message.
For real. Because they tell you that, oh girl, I can write a book too. But did you?
That
Did
part.
you?
But did you?
But did you?
You need to get some merch and say that. I'll buy it. Get a t-shirt and say, but did you?
Yeah, but go ahead. That's a statement everybody should use. But did you? Because they be quick to tell you about your business and your books and this, that, and the other. But they don't have nothing going on.
Nothing, girl.
For themselves.
Nothing. Just talking to be talking, right?
Right. Girl.
I love it. I love it. Like, you know what? I know this is off topic, but y'all listen. Starting this podcast has introduced me to some amazing, like-minded people. Let me tell you, it's like we've been knowing each other forever, but we having a good conversation, laughing. Like, okay, Gina, you come to dinner tonight? I'm coming over there tonight. Like, for real. Yes. So I am so grateful and thankful for this part of my purpose opening up for me being obedient to start it, because I pushed it off for so long. I started Kicking It with KeKe, the blog, in 2017.
Okay.
Then start the lives. I do my live shows on Mondays on IG. Started that in July of 2020. So this podcast has been a long time coming. And I'm so glad that I guess God's time is always the right time.
Right.
And when I prayed that prayer and said, Lord, I don't know who I'm gonna interview. I don't know if anybody want to kick it with me, but let it be you who send them.
Right.
And I get that email from you, or I'll get an email from somebody else, and I'm like, okay, God, let's get them on the books and let's do it. You know, I don't really put together a whole bunch of questions or whatever. I take the bio that's sent to me and pull different parts, and whatever God gives me during the interview, that's what we talk about.
Yeah, and I think that's better anyway. So.
It is. It's not forced. It's real. It's uncut. Because, like I said, aside from the audio part, I don't edit out nothing else, because I want people to see the personality behind the voices or the faces, because you know, they're like, oh my God, KeKe's so goofy, or wow, her guest right there. Like, okay, let me go follow Gina because she was cool, like for real. And I love that. So again, I thank you for coming to kick it with me. You know, you're welcome back anytime.
Okay.
Let me know when the journal comes out. If you need any help on the book front, you know, I'm a writing coach now. So, hey, holla at me. Right. Yes, ma'am. And you can reach me from that same email that you sent, the same email address. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will do that.
So you guys have been listening to Kicking It with KeKe, life, love, and all that other shit. I have been joined today with Gina Carter. You know, we've talked about live, love, and laugh. So my closing remarks today would be: love yourself, live with no regret, and laugh as often as you possibly can. That's all I have to say. Until next time, I'll see you guys back here every Thursday. And I'm out.